Hello, Libra, and welcome. This is going to be your next 48, so August 30th to September 2nd, and tomorrow we have the full moon in Pisces, which you may be feeling a bit romantic. You may be feeling like sending some flirtatious messages, or you may be receiving a few. But let's see for sure. That's just a general sense off the top of my head. What's going on for you, Librans, for the next 48 hours? Oh, all right. Oh, interesting. You got a card. You might want to check out the reading I just did for Virgo, as you got the Seven of Swords in there, the same as they did, although that's all they got. Interesting, though. You got all swords, Libra. Ah, all swords. You got the Queen of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the Ten of Swords in reverse. I think for some of you, you're cutting off somebody who cheated on you. You're tired of being stabbed in the back. They may have betrayed you multiple times. I'm getting a sense that they are probably a Gemini, but they might have a fair amount of Libra placements themselves, or somebody is cutting you off. Um, or it may be that you are speaking to somebody who is kind of a psychic, who is telling you that they're aware of this situation. Or it is that you're learning to be a better communicator and to have good boundaries. Either way, I definitely recommend that right now, Libra. So for the next 48 hours, make sure, I mean, don't be giving ultimatums. Don't be having like rigid boundaries. You want healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries are flexible depending on the person and the situation. Like you might, you wouldn't go up and necessarily just hug a stranger, but you would go up and hug your best friend all the time, or family members, even if you haven't seen those family members all the time. You still, like, there's different boundaries for different situations. And right now, it actually might be really good for you to learn about boundaries, even if you already feel like you've got a good grasp on them. For others of you, you may be dealing with somebody who is rather cutthroat. You may be in a karmic relationship with somebody that is very like, they get you to come close, they get you feeling good, they butter you up, maybe kind of love bomb you a little bit, and then they hurt you. And it's kind of a repeated cycle that you've been going through, and it's time for that cycle to end. And I'm curious if we'll see the Wheel of Fortune in here somewhere, because it might be that Spirit is ending this situation for you. If not, you are ending it. And for some of you, this is you getting caught cheating, or you're about to get caught cheating, or you're about to end a relationship where you've already been cheating on somebody. Either way, you're both this Queen of Swords and the Seven of Swords energy are looking over at this person who, like, if it was this way, it'd be an ascension. It'd be ascension to the next thing. But instead, what you're recognizing is that you, or the person you're thinking about, is stuck in a toxic cycle where there's constant betrayal, tit for tat games, vengefulness, hurtful words, things like that. And it's time to get out of that energy. It's time to allow yourself to go up to the Page of Swords, be free, be single. Some of you need to get single. On your shadow card position, we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. There's some sort of message that either you were supposed to speak or send or give, or you were supposed to be. Um, wow. Okay, I just get a big message. This is karma for some of you. You're supposed to be sharing money or financial resources with somebody, and you've been sharing it with somebody else that isn't entitled to it, that had no place in it, that kind of stuck themselves in the middle of the situation and are sucking away your money and your emotions and your stability. And as long as you continue to choose them, you will not have financial abundance. Um, and and some of you are hearing about somebody, and that you might be hearing from somebody who is telling you they don't have money again, or that they don't have much, and the reason why is because they're caught in this cycle of cheating, betrayal, harsh words, coldness, very logical. They may be with somebody who has strong Gemini or Aquarius placements. On the hot topic, what's in the forefront of your mind? You're tired, Libra, or they're tired. This is the Nine of Wands. This is another repeatedly bad cycle where either you and or they, probably both of you, continue to get hurt in the situation. And it's time to have, this is also a card of boundaries. This means you're not having good boundaries, or they're not having good boundaries. They're not good at communicating them, and they're not good at respecting them. Wow, all right, look at this. Heart of the matter. Who is it that you really want to give your cup to, Libra? Or who is it that there's somebody might be coming in and they're attempting to bring you a message of love, but you're too focused on money. You're not going to get the money until you fix that situation. Let's see what's underneath here. Then we have the Knight of Swords. You want to rush into someone, um, or they want to rush into you. They might be feeling protective of you, or they would be your protector if you'd allow them. This could also be arguments that you're having with this cheating person. Um, Either way, your reputation has been hurt in some way, and you may be feeling your ego may be feeling a bit bruised, or you may have hurt someone. Like, if this is your energy, Libra, so it may be that you've spoken the truth, and it was a truth that needed to be spoken, probably to somebody who has not been standing in their integrity and their honor, and who has been repeating toxic cycles, and you have injured their ego, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes we do need to have that happen in order, like, sometimes we kind of need to fall from grace a little bit and recognize that we are perpetuating the bad cycles in our lives in order to be able to get out of them. Um, you were there in immature energy, kind of being bratty, trying to keep things under wrap, probably trying to manipulate the situation so it doesn't look like you're there. You might actually be with somebody who's manipulating themselves to look like a stable, um, probably feminine energy that has good boundaries, but really doesn't. Like, and this may also be somebody who is on the defensive, like talking about, like, I'll kick their butt, or maybe you're doing this. And if that's you doing that, recognize it doesn't help anything. That's toxicity in its own. Anybody who's proud to be aggressive like that, I got a lot of things to work on, because eye for an eye doesn't hurt anything, and certainly being like that isn't going to. It's just going to create more toxicity. If you get dramatic with somebody and they get dramatic back with you, it's toxic. It doesn't help anything. Either way, you're hesitating. Stop hesitating. You may need to end a situation, a relationship, a marriage, a contract, a lease, a car agreement, something. You need to end. You've already learned the lesson, Libra. Why are you keeping yourself in this situation? Or you may be asking, why are they keeping themselves in it? And it's time either for you to receive an apology or to issue an apology. Either way, it's time for resolutions, time for win-win situations. And if you're in a family situation where things are not going well for you, the money isn't coming in, you're not feeling abundant, or maybe you're surrounded by friends and family that don't understand what it is that you really want, or they're just, it's not abundant, and you don't feel like you can build where you are, or you can't get to the next level, or these people are constantly spending your money. It's time to end that situation. It's time to stop acting like you're so confused, Libra. You got some frenemies around you. Time to let those people go. They're going to keep you in this energy, which, even if you're in a relationship, you're going to feel like the loneliest person in the world, and you're going to constantly be seeking escape through alcohol, sex, drugs, gambling, things like that. It's time to let that go. And wow, okay, I'm laughing. And I suppose I'm not surprised to a degree. You might have a divine feminine sort who has Capricorn placements, or you may be with a false flame. Somebody, you might be with somebody else's divine feminine and be confused about it, or you might have a divine feminine waiting for you. Now, typically this is Taurus energy, but it's also relatable to you, Libra, because Empress is Venus energy, Venusian energy. Either way, it's either that you're in a toxic entanglement with maybe another twin flame, or that you are in a karmic relationship and keeping yourself from your twin flame. or keeping yourself from being a twin flame. You also might be feeling a little bit kinky, and this is the person you want to do it with. This could also be that maybe you decide to step out on somebody who is just too dry and too emotional and too cutthroat. And it may be that you step out on them and cheat on them in order to create a final ending for this situation because you're not getting it through any other way, or it may be that you're just not sure how to create an ending in another way. I'm not saying do it or don't do it. If you really feel like it is the best way to create that ending, or I don't know, if you really feel like it's the best way to do it, then do it. But if you can stand in your integrity and do it in a better way, do it that way. And also, it might be that this person, in fact, it could be that this person is telling you, Libra, that they have stepped out on you because they're ready to be done, and that like maybe that's the only way that they knew. Or it could be that this person has been cheating on you and been doing things like that, and you're just finally seeing the cycle that the Pisces full moon is removing the illusions and showing you that you are not a victim and they are manipulating you by pretending to be a damsel in distress, like they're some sort of victim. It's time to heal. And I realized through using another deck, this woman figure in here is usually the Empress after she's had the child that she's pregnant with. So if you have a family situation that you need to heal, do so. Go to your Empress. Because until you heal, until you release the past, you release resentments, you let go of backstabbers and betrayers, you're just going to keep having tower after tower after tower. And especially if you're with somebody else's twin flame who was an ex from your past. It's definitely time to complete this this lesson, complete this chapter. And I think you will. I think Libra, for most of you, this is going to be completing that chapter. And again, this is more Capricorn energy too, and it's going to be the end of a third party situation that you've been procrastinating ending. And it may be because it's been so loud there that it's been hard to hear your own inner voice. And you've been lied to and been lying to other people, um, and hesitating on speaking. And you've probably been repressing your feelings and just generally being ungrounded. So right now, this Pisces moon is going to remove the rose-colored glasses for you, Libra, especially about a codependent. Wow, you got both of those in the row. Especially about a codependent situation where you've been telling yourself that it's what your heart wants, but it's not. Your heart and your head have been disconnected, and you've been with toxic feminine energy, or you have been in toxic feminine energy, and you have not been speaking up about it. If you've been in a toxic situation, it's time to speak up. Only that which is allowed to hide in the dark can continue to hurt you. Speak up and go see somebody who makes you feel good about yourself. All right, Libra. I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Either way, Libra, it's time to end the cycle. Time to end this harmful, hurtful cycle. It's not good either way. Have good boundaries and follow your heart. Well, get your head and your heart reconnected so you even know what your heart wants so you can follow it.